Hello, StarCraft fans. Volty here, bringing you a highlight reel from this last weekend's StarCraft 2 Invitational by Teamliquid.net. This was, I'm going to currently bring you my favorite moments from the round of 16. These were sets played of best of 3, and this first game is Liquid Nazgul versus Zion. This is game 2 of their set. Liquid Nazgul's up 1-0, and at the end of the game, we have Liquid Nazgul pushing in on Zion's base, and he employs here a fantastic use of force field from his sentries, splitting the Zerg army of Zerglings and Banelings in half, and allowing him to take out about half of his opponent's forces, advance into the opponent's base, into his natural, and no sooner does the army get inside, but a force field goes down again, trapping out the remaining part of the Zerg army, so they can't even defend the natural expansion. And at this point, Liquid Nazgul has free reign over Zion's base, is able to do critical economic damage, take out the hatchery, and you can see him there re-employing force field, so he's casting that twice in a row to repeatedly block the choke, which I think is just fantastic play. And then by the time those Banelings get in there, they kind of all blow up on a single sentry, or single stalker rather, and Liquid Nazgul easily takes the game and the match. This second game here is the Little One versus Moro. This is game 1, and they're playing on Metalopolis. I wanted to show you this one here. We have Moro employing a SCV scout early on, which of course is chased down by 2 Zerglings, and you may note that that Zerglings are able to just catch an SCV normally. You can see these Zerglings here getting one hit in after another as the SCV retreats across the entire length of the map, and these Zerglings are going to pursue the SCV. Almost kill it, getting it down to, I believe, if not 10, 5. There go 5 hit points on that SCV, but they don't actually get the kill. Moro brings up a set of Marines to defend and chases those Zerglings off. But what I was so impressed by was I wanted to show you that this SCV moves back into the base. Moro's putting up a bunker, which is going to complete here. The Zerglings hang out for a little bit, and just about as that bunker is completing, the Zerglings are going to run up again. Here, one of them is going to get sniped by the Marines inside the bunker, but the other Zergling is going to run around, presumably scouting, I'm not sure, but he basically finds his way among the variety of SCVs mining on that line, and he kills the one that was at low hit points from being chased down earlier. Later in the match, Moro, just a few moments later, Moro sends out another scouting SCV to get information on the Little One's base, and I'm so impressed by this very careful surround here, where these Zerglings trap that SCV against the wall and kill it instantaneously. And the Little One, he goes on to play very well in the rest of this tournament, but that was just such a great game from him. This here is Jesus Obs versus Hepro. Hepro's up 1-0. This is game 2 of their set. Hepro is attacking with a 200 food Zerg army comprised mostly of roaches, with Hydralisks and Mutalisks and a couple Corruptors to support. But you can see how these roaches are just shrugging off huge amounts of Colossus fire, Psy Storms. Nothing can seem to stop the tide, and they've pinned the Protoss army in this corner. And you can I put on health bars here, so you can see how these roaches are just taking Psy Storm after Psy Storm, and just not taking that many losses, and their hit points are regenerating so quickly at the end of the game here with roaches having their regeneration upgrades. The Protoss army just can't fend off that quantity of that mass of roach hit points. Is just too much for them, and so they're pushed back into this choke here. You can see on the minimap how the Zerg player is just such overexpanded quite a bit. Not overexpanded, but has outexpanded. that Hepro here has outexpanded Hasuobs to such an extent that he's able to throw such a weight of unit at him, and yes, just showing the expansions there. That engagement was really the last major engagement of this game, and it wraps up pretty quickly for Hepro after that. This game is Bratok versus Insomnia, and we have here 2 Reapers early on infiltrating Insomnia's base and doing some SCV harass, and I want to show this because Reapers I've seen mixed results from Reapers lately. Sometimes they work really well, sometimes they don't, but these Reapers get a couple kills here. They're going to be supported now as they attack the natural expansion along with 2 Marines. They'll be supported rather by 2 Marines. And so these 2 Marines and Reapers are going to go to town on these SCVs. These 4 units acquire 13 plus kills here between SCVs and Marines slain before they're finally taken out. The crushing, and you can see here from the unit counting station now that Bratok is up 10 SCVs over Insomnia at this point. And so that was an extremely successful economic harass. He goes on to hold that economic lead and win the game. This final highlight that I wanted to show you is Strelock versus Horror. This is game 1 of their set, and we have a fast expand down by Horror, which Strelock scouts, and I was showing you there at the beginning of the game. He quickly responds to that by bringing a set of SCVs forward. The scouting SCV puts down a bunker, and a set of SCVs are going to be reinforced by his 1st and 2nd Marine here, and the additional SCVs here are critical because they're what allows him to hold off the threat of Zerglings from taking out this bunker. Because it's really just a single Marine in a bunker for a while, but it's the extra SCVs that he has that can fight off Zerglings if they were going to come in. And you can see here, the first Zerglings being built, of course they can't do anything, but Zerglings continue to get massed up by Horror, and they can do nothing but watch here in the face of a bunker with 2 Marines and 6 SCVs supporting. Now 3 Marines in that bunker. I'm actually speeding up time here because it takes quite a while for this bunker and SCVs to take out the Zerglings. Sorry, to take out that hatchery. At this point, though, the bunker is now full of Marines. You've got all the SCVs on the line, and we actually see Strelock putting up 2 starports. So he had the foresight to transition into higher tech units, even though his bunker allowed him to take out the expansion, because now Horror has massed up Zerglings, and they're going to be able to come in here and take out the bunker, the SCVs that remain behind without too much difficulty, and they've now speed upgraded as well. So these Zerglings could pose quite a threat. They are going to have to push down Strelock's door though first, and but before that can even happen, we've already got Tech Labs going down on 2 starports, and so you know what that means. That means Banshees, and the Zerg player without even layer tech is going to have basically no way to counter air units. And a single Marine, this is what I'm really impressed by, a single Marine, and maybe this is a bad decision on Horror's part, but a single Marine here holding off that mass of 20 Zerglings, I believe, by my count, which could probably push that front door, but you've basically got 1 or now 2 Marines holding down that choke. I'm speeding up time here again, just because you basically have a little bit of a waiting game, and waiting game goes badly here because now the 1st and 2nd Banshee are going to come out and they're going to hit Horror's base. You can see how 1 Banshee here is totally capable of soloing a Queen, but the 2nd one arrives, not even making that necessary, and there's just no response here. This now forces Horror to try to break the front door, and he does in fact manage to break down the supply depot on the front door here. Those Banelings helping out there, but just a couple Banelings and Zerglings getting into this base and who were run by these Zerglings is not going to be sufficient, especially as the 3rd and 4th Banshee pop out and allow Strelock to easily clean up the Zerglings in his base, and you can see the economic damage that he's inflicted with the first 2 Banshees is absolutely crippling. He goes on to win this game, and the set as well. So that was all very brief. I hope you enjoyed this. Volty bringing you Round of 16 highlights, and if you like this, do let me know, because I will I already am working towards making a Round of 8 highlights, and I will do more of this sort of thing in the future for you guys if you like this format compared to the normal single game commentary style. All right, Volty signing out.